Hello, welcome to Moments with A Class. It's a series I want to show up doing where I talk about things, different things that come to mind. Could be trending and may not be trending, just want to share my thoughts with you. So let's get into it just immediately. So today I was working and then I came across a page on Instagram, sorry, on LinkedIn. Um, and the bio, or rather the job description of this person said AI governance. So you know that with AI there is um, there are some proprietary, regulations around it, how to use it, ethics, and the rest of it. So this person's role borders around AI governance, which is great. However, something struck me right there and then, and I just knew that this is not the kind of role I want to take up. I mean, someone's idea is AI, someone came up with it, someone built it, someone built systems that could do what AI do, and another person's job is to regulate it. Um, like I said, great, but I just feel the that other part is not for me, and I'll explain. So it made me go into a lot of thoughts, even beyond this. So earlier this year, I came across a video where uh, a respected Christian woman was talking about the chip that would be inserted into the bodies of people sometime in the US, where they would need it to be able to transact and just live their normal lives, access their money and the likes. So the video was talking about how Christians shouldn't get the chip, and I understand that, I really do. However, I think we're missing an important point, especially as believers. So if you're a believer, get in here. I think there is a fundamental mindset issue with the way we believers view modernization, technology, innovations, creativity. We view it from a lens of judgment, trying to poke and find what's wrong, than from a lens of growth. And that's a problem. These things that are built are not, they are not just left for unbelievers to build and then we sit down to critique. That's where I actually have a little bit of problem. So in that podcast, this Christian woman was talking about, she had someone else on the show as well, where they were dissecting how Christians shouldn't be a part of this chip. And then I thought, how about Christians build another system that doesn't need the chip to go into the body? How about Christians build something else as that could stand side by side with what unbelievers built, and then we would have a choice to make on which one to use. How about that? I think those kind of podcasts are the reason people think Christians don't have any ideas to offer, any new things to give. We just sit and talk. But I want to cast your minds back to who a Christian is. We are Christ like. And when Christ walked earth, what did he do? The Bible said he went about doing good, healing all that were sick, possessed of the devil. He had doings. He didn't sit down. There were times where he critiqued, but before that or beyond that, he gave. He made people whole. He healed people. He went out. He changed things for good. He was a change agent, you know? He was bold in the face of all sorts of adversity. He came out, he was doing things. one word you would always find that describes Christ is that he was doing, not speaking, not just saying, not criticizing, doing. So, how about we channel the energy where we come out to talk down on things built? How about we convert that energy to ideas? Christians are one of the most smartest people ever. I know this. Because half the time, if I begin to reel out what I think about, it's quite enormous. So, how about we build rather than just sit down to criticize what others have built? That's a better way to challenge the world systems. Build better products that doesn't need people to compromise. Build better systems that doesn't need people to overthink what they're buying or what they're using, or if it's going to harm them in the future, or if it has tendencies to cause issues in their health, etc. I think that's a better way. So let me cast your mind back to how I started this video, where I said I didn't want to be in a role that talked about governing AI. I want to be one who would make something, who will produce. It's okay if someone else wants to walk about around the ethics of that product. That's okay by me. But I'm sure I'm not the one who wants to do that. I would rather build, I would rather innovate, I would rather create. That's what the mind of a Christian is like. It's a creative mind. Our God is a creator. He made things out of nothing. He didn't just sit down to talk. When he spoke, things came to be. I think that's how Christians should be. So I just wanted to bring this to our notice and our knowledge. While some of those things may be wrong, have some ethical concerns, etc., rather than criticize, rather than critique them, rather than bring about fear because of those products, we can create something that pushes that one out of the market or gives people choices to make and not just merely criticize. That's all I'm trying to say. Hope you're able to get one or two. Let's talk in the comment section if you have anything to share about this. All right, until I come your way again next time. Ciao.